by Children, Families, and Seniors Subcommittee, Civil Justice Subcommittee, and Representative Cassell and others. CS for House Bill 97, a bill to be entitled An Act Relating to Domestic Violence.
Representative Cassell, you're recognized to explain your bill. For a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that CS SB 130, a companion measure, be substituted for CS HB 97, and that the Senate bill be read a second time by title.
Representative Cassell moves that CS for HB 130 be substituted for CS for HB 97, and that the Senate bill be read a second time by title. All those in favor say yay. Yay. All those opposed, no. Show the motion adopted. Read the Senate bill a second time by title.
By Rules, Judiciary, and Senator Berman and others. CS for Senate Bill 130, a bill to be entitled An Act Relating to Domestic Violence.
Representative Cassell, you're recognized to explain the Senate bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, on Friday, May 21st, 2021, after months of being subjected to escalating and alarming patterns of intimidation and threatening behavior from the father of her son, Allie Kessler sought help from the court system and applied for a domestic violence injunction. Allie requested that the court also temporarily remove her son, Greyson, from his care as she feared that he was in imminent danger. But Greyson's father was smart, you see, because his escalating threats of intimidation and danger were directed at Allie and not Greyson. Due to gaps in our current law, Allie's request to remove Greyson was denied, and sadly, Allie's worst fear was realized when Greyson was killed by his father just hours after her request was denied. HB 97, or the Senate bill version, is Senate Bill 130, is the unfortunate product of the tragic death of 4-year-old Greyson Kessler. Florida statutes provide that parental responsibility for a minor child shall be shared by both parents unless there is a finding that such shared responsibility would be detrimental to the child. But the statute currently lacks any real guidance on what actions amount to detriment. The bill provides several factors for the courts to consider, including evidence of domestic violence, sexual violence, neglect, abuse, abandonment, or reasonable cause to believe that either the parent or the child is in imminent danger of becoming a victim of any of these acts. This bill includes the same factors for the courts to consider when establishing or modifying time-sharing schedules. Secondly, Florida statutes provides that a person can seek an injunction for domestic violence when either a domestic violence act has occurred or when the petitioner has reasonable cause to believe he or she is in imminent danger of becoming a victim. This bill expands the existing factors to be considered to include when a person is engaging in a pattern of abusive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. Greyson's law extends beyond acts of abuse because not all abuse is physical. By placing these factors in statute, we will provide better guidance to courts when deciding these often difficult and sometimes dangerous situations, which in turn should help further protect Florida's families, especially our children, and help prevent other senseless tragedies like Greyson's in the future. That is the bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Cassell, having explained her bill, before we go into questions, Representative Cassell, you have an introduction in the gallery.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. As a freshman, to carry this bill for a member of my community has been a true honor, and I want to take this opportunity to recognize Greyson's mom, Allie Kessler, for her courage and her determination to see this through.
Welcome to the Florida House. Representative Cassell, we're moving into our 10 minutes of questions. Are any members on the floor would like to ask the sponsor questions? Any member like to ask the sponsor questions? Seeing no questions, are there any amendments?
None on the desk, Mr. Speaker.
Show the bill rolled over to the third reading. Read the next bill.